Hi guys, it's Olivia here from Olivia's Catastrophe, and today I'm here to give you my top parents in books. It doesn't mean they're perfect, but they're doing their very best and I think they're doing a good job. First and foremost, I'm going to be mentioning Charlie from Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. The Twilight saga, if you love it or if you hate it, there are a lot of problems with it, so I don't blame you. Personally, I love it, but regardless of whether you hate it or love it, Charlie is basically doing the most in this book. Charlie is Bella's dad, and Charlie is very introverted. He kind of likes to be left to his own devices, and he's very happy to just coexist with Bella rather than telling her what to do, which is exactly what Bella needs at the age that she is at. So basically Charlie's the best dad that he can be as a teenager, but he's still watching out for Bella, he's still trying to do his best, and Bella goes through a depression at some point in this series and Charlie really just does his best to help her. Next up we have The Three Mothers in the Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Of course I was going to mention this series. I think Persephone, Calla and Maura have done a great job because they've managed to raise Blue Sergeant, who is this very feminist, very eco-friendly and very strong woman who knows her rights and knows when she's being served injustice and is not going to stand for it. So I love Blue Sergeant, and you have to be pretty amazing to be three women who have raised her. I also want to give a shout out to Ganzi's parents. I feel like they get very underrated because they don't live with him, but to have been able to raise someone like Ganzi, you must have done something right. And even though his parents are politicians and are very upper class, the way that they want to help Adam Parish just goes to show what good parents they are as well. So I would like to say both Ganzi's parents and Blue's parents in this book. Next up, I'm shouting out The Parents in The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. So this one, family is quite at the core of it, and it's quite a complex family dynamic. So when I'm saying parents, I don't just mean Star's mum and dad, but I also mean Star's uncle, who of course has had a huge role in growing up Star. They've raised this wonderful daughter, so they've definitely done something right there. And as well as that, you can clearly see that the mum and dad and uncle all want what's best for Star and her siblings, even though sometimes it gets a bit complex when it comes to who is whose sibling, and you can just tell that the parents love all of them equally regardless of parentage, and that just means a lot to see that love there and how much they're willing to do for their children. I also think the parents have a really cute relationship in this one, so it's nice to see that as well, because it's very easy to forget that adults are adults and adults have their cute moments as well as their harder moments, and it's nice to see that represented in a book. I couldn't go anywhere without mentioning The Parents from Wonder by RJ Palacio. I really related to Via's character because her character is basically my character in my life. The parents know and are aware of Via and her situation just as much as they are aware of their son's situation in this one too, and they're really trying to do their best as parents. Of course they fail sometimes, they succeed sometimes, but they're always trying their very best. And of course it's such a big deal for him to be going to school, and they're really trying to accommodate him as much as possible to help him through his ups and downs, and also Via's ups and downs. And I just have to applaud these parents for really trying to do their best for all of their kids equally. And I just thought seeing the parents in this one, it was really interesting because they have a lot to deal with and their role is just as important as all the other characters. Moving on, I've got Ma in Room by Emma Donoghue. So Ma is an only parent, and I don't want to tell you too much about this book because it's really best if you go in not knowing anything about it, but this mother in this book is really doing the most for their child, and they're doing their most when they have absolutely nothing themselves and every reason to give up. So I just have to applaud Ma because she just really does her best. Does she make some mistakes? Maybe. Is she to blame for them? No. But I have to give it to Ma. She struggles with so much in this book, but still manages to be a great parent, and that takes some guts. Then I wanted to mention The Parents in Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I don't know if the parents in this one are as great as the parents I'm remembering from the movie. I did a bad thing where I watched the movie the next day after finishing the book, so I've kind of blurred the two. And I know that in the movie the mother has a speech that is not in this book, but combining the movie with this book, the parents in this book are amazing because they really love Simon for who he is, and they accept Simon, and they are really doing their best to be supportive parents of Simon. And When I read the book, I also got a sense, the same one as Thug, that the parents really do love each other and are trying their best for each other and have their own lives apart from their kids, but you do get to see how they work with their kids too, and I really love seeing both sides of a parental relationship, so that's why I really loved Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. Then, oh my gosh, another Becky Albertalli book. I didn't realise that. I would have not done that. But anyway, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. The mothers in this book are so great, and similarly to Simon versus, you get to see that the mothers have their own life as well as a life in correlation to their kids. You get to see them take their kids aside in their difficult moments and have one-on-one talks with their children when they need it. So I really appreciated that, and I think it just showed a very good dynamic between parents, siblings, and parents trying to solve problems between siblings, because of course parents do get involved in that usually. They don't just leave it up to the kids. Well, I say usually, but I mean hopefully usually they try to get involved when there's problems within the family and also outside of the family, and I just really liked seeing that in this book. I think it did great representation. So I'm going to mention the parents of Out of My Mind by Sharon and Draper. These parents go through so much emotionally, and they've got a child who is disabled, who's permanently in a wheelchair, who's got cerebral palsy, and at the same time she cannot talk to them ever, but they are still loving her, they are still doing the most that they can for her. And there is, of course, in the premise of the book, it says that Mel finally gets the chance to speak with this new technology that develops, and the things that she says to her parents and how her parents react to them. That's all I can say. You have to read the book to find out. But I think actually these are my favourite parents that I've read about in fiction. Ever. Then I would like to mention The Parents in How to Bang a Billionaire by Alexis Hall. This is a new adult book, and because it's new adult, the main character in this one is an adult himself. But because you're an adult, it does not mean that you don't need your parents, and this one clearly shows it. So he has got a dad and two mothers, and when he is having some relationship troubles, the parents really do take the time to talk to him, to be a comfort to him, each in their own way, because they all have different ways of doing things, but they all clearly show that they are here for him and they just want the best for him and they want him to be happy. They give him time to mope, they give him stern words when he needs them, and I just really appreciated seeing the parents be so close to their son, even though the son is an adult, because a lot of the time I feel like we get in fiction that, oh, you become an adult and then you don't need your parents anymore and the parents just aren't featured anymore, but that is not the case for this new adult book, and it was done so well. And there you have it. Those are my top parents from books. Please let me know in the comment section down below, who are your favourite parents in fiction, in books, in young adult, middle grade? I don't mind. Let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And don't you forget to hit that notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.